All right, so I'm recording a little piece of this. Gonna be another episode of the MegaWad, and yeah, let me adjust this. I feel it's a little distorted there. Yeah, just recording a little piece, not streaming or anything. Okay, I was working a little bit more on this level here. This is the level I started from before. That first episode, I apologize. It was for a long time. I was covering up the damn thing. So I was covering up, like, you couldn't see what I was doing. I was covering up with a window and stuff. Anyway, if you watch the episode, you know what happened. But basically, this is that level further along. Okay, so working on some. That was supposed to look like a mountainous thing over there. I don't have a lot of experience doing that. I don't know, man. I just wanted that to look kind of natural. I think I might be using the wrong texture there, but not important. I think the basic idea behind this level wasn't really turning out. There's a lot of weird stuff. I did a lot of weird, like, geometry kind of changes just to make it. This was not intentional here. That's definitely bad. It doesn't feel good to go through. I was kind of noticing, one interesting thing I can point out is that I was noticing that doing this octagonal kind of thing, like, instead of having hard corners everywhere, like having like a lot of like slanted corners like this, or like, you know, kind of not square corners, actually makes traversing the area a little bit easier, because you don't get hung up on the geometry. So I noticed that in Doom 2 and Doom and stuff, how there's a lot of corners that are kind of like this, not so many square corners, at least for like entryways to hallways sometimes and stuff. Sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Actually, now I don't know how right I am about all that. But anyway, so this is, just a quick first look at some early progress on the first level of my MegaWad, and I'm not digging it. Maybe it's the texturing. I think it's more just the layout and kind of overall vision. So I think I'm going to just start over on this because I'm not really feeling it. I think I just need to start fresh, think of something else, and we'll hopefully get to something today on this level. So okay, thanks guys. I shouldn't be signing out really, just because this is just going to be probably edited together into one large video that's going to be pieced together. All right, so yeah, that's that. It is 1:30 p.m. on April 4th, 2017. I don't know, maybe I'll be saying the date and time more often. All right, so I started making some progress on another thing, and I'm thinking I'm still at a dead end. I think I'm still at a dead end. I experimented with doing some lighting at the entrance. I was thinking about, well, maybe make it feel like entering some sort of underground bunker or something like that. Still, it's not exactly thrilling me. I think I need to come up with a better first visual. Like, obviously the wall textures would be different. I was experimenting with those textures right there, seeing if those would look okay on the walls. And the more I think about this one space, the more I think about how boring it is. It's just a boring space. Those lights, you know, they're okay. From a distance, they look kind of cool. That whole, like, door light situation looks kind of cool. And I was trying to do some really subtle lighting differences here. For those of you that don't know, like, just basically, like, Doom doesn't actually have lighting. All the lighting effects are done is through just controlling the different brightnesses of the different sectors and textures on the walls and stuff like that. Like, I made this entire sector here darker. I kind of drew out these lines by hand, just kind of eyeballed where I think the lights would be pointed. Then took these sectors and made them different brightnesses, and then also did a little extra work on not just with the sectors, but you can also select specific textures and make them darker or brighter. So I kind of made this sector, I made a little bit darker, but then these textures here, which are part of that sector, this sector here, I made these extra dark just to add some contrast. But yeah, so still not liking this as an idea for first level. There's no real idea here. I think I might need to really think about this some more. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it today. God, just getting the start done is pretty challenging. I could go back. I could just go to one of the levels that I already have built. Try that. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, so that's that part. Gonna start something new probably. I want a more striking image as the first image of the WAD. All right. All right. So I've sort of gotten ready for the day and everything, and I've been messing around a little bit more on this level. And oh, excuse me. And yeah, so what am I reading? Or okay, yeah. So yeah, I haven't made much progress at all. I did kind of mess around a little bit with the walls here. Yeah, and I kind of wanted to just while I was having one of these moments today, I was kind of just basically reassessing my whole mission and drive and what I was doing, and you know, kind of have a bit of a crisis of as far as like what I'm going to be doing today and over the next month, because I got to be pulling in some money, and so I got to make sure I'm focusing enough on getting my filmmaking done and everything. And the Patreon, I really want it to be this perfect kind of thing, and something I can that is truly like something I'm passionate about, that really pulls me towards it, and I don't feel like it's something I have to do, or it's like basically something that really inspires my passion. And so it's like it has to be kind of the way it's been going. If you want to check out some of my thoughts on that, just look at, like, it's on the Patreon talk thing. But basically, yeah, so haven't really made much progress in the last couple of hours here. Kind of forgetting what I was doing too. I just wanted to make some progress on this first level, and do something kind of different. So yeah, I'm going to be starting that at some point later. But yeah, sort of as the day's going on, I'm having a little bit of trouble figuring out whether it's this I should be doing or something else. So I'm probably going to take some time to do some learning, some programming, and see if I can get something out get something created pretty quickly. I still have a lot of learning to do with the finishing a tutorial series right now by Tom Francis on Game Maker, and I might just do a little bit more of that. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much what's been going on during this midday thing. Kind of feeling a little bit of confusion and not really knowing where I should be going with this. I wanted to kind of maybe edit together a whole video today of me making the progress on this level, but I'm not sure how far I'm going to get. All right. Anyway, that's that. All right. So, well, right when I finished that last video, I kind of decided to do something that I was sort of thinking of. because I did have sort of a vision for something. Basically, this is what I got. It's just this hallway, pretty much. There's just a staircase. I was kind of thinking something that felt a little bit bigger, but I'll show you guys here in just a sec. Also, I'll have to make it a window again so you guys can see. But yeah, the basic idea was it's kind of like a spiral staircase down. I kind of wanted it to be bigger. This isn't exactly how I envisioned it originally, but I got this window here, and I'm doing this doing one of those tricks so that you don't see the wall out here. But if you have a sky, this is the sky texture. This is the indicator that this is a sky texture. So it will just look like sky when you're in the game, and then you have this here left at this part of the edge of the sky to make it so that the sky will it'll just look like sky out there, basically. And you won't be able to see. The reason I do this instead of having the sky way up here is because I don't want the player, when they come down, to see that wall out there. So I want the wall to be low enough that they won't see it through the window as they're walking. And then I just leave this thing blank so that is rendered as exactly, so it's rendered as invisible, so like this, it'll just look like more sky. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing with any of this back here. I'm going to put some sort of doorway or something, something like that. But I kind of like the idea of starting with a kind of a spiral staircase thing. It doesn't look very striking to me compared to... Let me get the video mode, full screen off. There we go. All right, it doesn't look very striking to me. I mean, it looks okay. That's not terrible right there. So basically, I just lowered the... I'm not doing anything very tricky with the lighting. It's just that the light is brighter in the window than it is on the staircase. All the light levels are the same on the staircase, and then it's obviously brighter up there because I didn't really do anything with up there. But, you know, my first level could start like this. I might just have this be the beginning here. All right, so yeah, I haven't made much progress yet, actually. Just was hanging out with a friend for just a bit. But then I got the urge to just make sure I remember how to do some of this stuff, and that some of this stuff would be easily feasible if I wanted to. Like, for instance, replace the sky texture in the background. Figured out how to do that again. And replace the, you might notice the gun is different. So yeah, I've been toying with the idea of doing a full asset replacement of everything to kind of make a custom game. And that would be a lot, but I just want to make sure that it was fairly simple to get that one gun in there, although there's a whole lot of frames, so if I fire, those other frames are still there, and the sound is still there, and the effect is still there, so I'd have to change all that, but... so yeah. Yeah, basically, oh, now I'm thinking about this thing right here. That bullet hole, I hate those bullet holes. There's got to be a way to turn that off in here, but basically, yeah, those bullet holes are not supposed to be in Doom. I kind of like everything very pure. It's just that the only reason I use this other source port, is because it's what all the modders use, is like something like ZDoom, like this, or this is Xandrim actually, which is just the multiplayer version of ZDoom, just a different version of ZDoom. It's just a version of Doom that can run on modern computers. Anyway, all right. So, but it adds all this stuff like bullet holes and stuff, and just different things that are graphical enhancements. I just would rather it all look exactly like the original stuff. But anyway, yep. That's where I am right now. Maybe I'll be doing more today. Maybe I'll be working on some more programming today. I think I'm gonna have to switch to some programming and some video editing. Got to keep going on the video editing. But yeah, this is it's just 7:42 p.m. and haven't really made much progress on this level. All right.